Hello everybody! Welcome to the Q&A, the 500 subscriber special that I promised. This was recommended by Nicholas Wander to do a Q&A because I had no idea what I was going to do for this video. I literally had no idea, so I've tried this. This is my third time trying to record this because I just had trouble. I've had a problem every other time, so hopefully this time is going to be the golden one. I'm going to have to re-answer the questions for the third time. I can't wait, but you know, it's whatever. I'll get it done. I have to get it. I want to get this video out tomorrow, so yeah, let's get right into the questions. First question comes from Seabass the Gamer. How did you meet David and find out about Phantom Forces? Now, I met David through 360. One of his friends invited me to a party in which I joined it because I saw he was in the party, and I watched a few of his videos on ApoxZ at the time, and I like, oh man, it's a YouTuber, and I got invited to the party with him in it. I might as well join it and see what he's all about. So it was kind of awkward at the beginning, and then as time went on, we got more and more familiar with each other, and he invited me to parties more and more, and we talked more and more, and then we both got PCs, and now we're playing now together, and boom, we're here. Yeah, so me and David go way back. We go way back before the days of Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So, and then I found out about Phantom Forces because I was playing with some friends one night on Roblox, because Roblox had a bunch of cool games at the time. We didn't know about Phantom Forces. I went into it, I was like, oh, this is like Battlefield 4's multiplayer, and I said we went over it because my friends were like, nah, let's not play it. We can play Battlefield at any time. And then David started doing videos on it, and then I was like, oh man, yeah, dude, I played this a long time ago. He's like, why'd you never tell me about it? I was like, because it wasn't, I don't know, it was just Battlefield. But yeah, so he started doing videos on it, then I started joining in on his videos, and now I'm doing my own videos, and we did videos together on it, and blah 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 blah. Here we are now. Next question comes from Kibo. He asked, why did you make the name Best Killer? What did make you start a YouTube channel? I made the name Best Killer from literally quite a few years ago when I first got my Xbox 360. I was like, what would be a cool name to have? And I was like, Best Killer, because I could be the best killer multiplayer games, which I sucked at multiplayer games on console. And then I was like 117 because Master Chief's last numbers for his tag are 117. So I was like Best Killer 117. That's amazing. So I made that the name, and I was a little child, so I was like, man, I'm gonna be Best Killer, everybody's gonna be afraid, and they're gonna be like, oh man, Best Killer's here, he's gonna murder every. That's probably not what anybody thought. I just thought I was cool. I love the name now. I really do. It's really fluent and good. But I mean, back then I was like, oh man, I'm gonna be so cool. It really wasn't. And then he asked, and this for the second part, what did make you start a YouTube channel? I've wanted to do YouTube for quite a few years with my cousins and my brother. We had these plans for YouTube, which we never made happen. And now I'm doing my own thing this year, or not this year, but since the end of last year. I don't know, I've always had inspiration to do it. I've always wanted to do it for fun and just try out and see what kind of people I'd meet, what things I could do. And I've learned a lot of stuff along the way about editing and just recording and softwares and settings and stuff and computer upgrades and people that I've met that we've became friends with and blah 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 blah. There's been a lot that's happened over the years, and I'm glad that it's all happened. So it's been good. Next one comes from Edo or Edu. W-A-H-Y-U. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name because I have no idea how to. You should tell me how to pronounce it. He asked, what recorder do you record with? Any tips to get some good KDR? I recorded the Action. It's pretty simplistic and pretty easy to use. It costs money though, but it's a pretty good recorder to at least start out with or something like that, because there are more advanced recorders out there that have more settings and whatnot, but it's very easy to use and simplistic to start out with. And then I use OBS for streaming, which is more complicated to learn, but once you do learn it, it's very easy to use, and you'll know what to change and whatnot. So, and it's pretty good. It's just you gotta know what the right settings are for your computer. And then for tips for some good KDR, make sure you always know who's around you. Make sure you know where teammates are and what the teammates can really do, and make sure you know where enemies can be around you and where they can come up behind you or around you. If you're good at holding down an area, hold down an area with whatever weapon you're good with. I'm good with the LD6, and I prefer range, so range and damage with the LD6 is amazing. Or if you are kind of like you want to be up in people's faces, I recommend killing a few people, moving to a different place, killing them from that place, and keep moving around the area, because they're going to keep going back to the place they thought you last were, in which you could then ambush them and murder them all. So it's just like either play with the enemy's mind or hold down a position you can hold down. Next question comes from Uptight King 45. He asks, what's your favorite gun in Phantom Forces? What's your least favorite gun? why did you start YouTube and how did you meet David? As we went through, I met David through Xbox 360, and yeah, we met through Xbox 360 and we talked a lot there. And then I started YouTube for fun, just because I wanted to see what I could do, and you know, I've learned a lot of stuff and met a lot of fun people. So, what's your favorite gun? Definitely the LD6. It's got a fast reload, got a lot of suppression, got a lot of range, got a lot of damage over range. So, it's an all-around really good weapon. I don't know if they'll nerf it in the next patch, but we'll see. But not many people use it, so I think it's a pretty good weapon. My least favorite weapon is definitely the KSG. That's the one that gave me the most trouble while I'm trying to get 500 kills with each weapon. For like, I don't know, it was a shorter range shotgun than the Remington was, and did less damage, but shot faster and had more magazine size. I guess you could say it's not really a magazine, but it had more ammo storage. So it's like, you could trade the Remington, but the Remington just had more range and more damage, which is what I like. So I like the Remington more, and I really don't put myself in close quarters situations in which the KSG will be good. So the KSG wasn't really good, my kind of weapon, which was why I don't like it. Cinderball. His question is, why do you suck? I just suck. I don't know what else to tell you. And the second part of his question is, real question, what time is it? It's 8:29 p.m. right now. I've tried to record this, like I said, twice, and I also should have recorded it earlier than this, but I had stuff I had to do, so unfortunately I couldn't do that. But I am going to try to get this video out tomorrow, which is Friday, so you all can see it and enjoy it and be fun and frantic with it. Galaxy Savage RIPYT, why don't you 1v1, meaning why don't you just do it for fun or host a game night with subs? Now, I don't 1v1 because I'm not a person to do that, I guess you could say. I know you say why not for fun, but I don't know. I just don't do it. I prefer to be actually playing the game and leveling up and, I don't know, just murdering people and leveling and getting attachments for weapons and whatnot that I don't have. For game night, you know, I'd love to do game night sometime in the future when we have enough people to the point that would join the stream and would join our game. Like, imagine when the CTE update comes out with, like, if they add fists into the game. Imagine only fist just battle with a full server of people that all are in a stream or something. Everyone running around just punching each other in the face repeatedly. That would be awesome and insane. Oh, I'd love that so much. Now, Killerside has some weird questions, so I'm not gonna read two of them or answer them, but the second one also is weird, but it's the most normal, and he said, do you like a banana taco pizza with special spice in it? I already guarantee you that's not the spice you're thinking of, and it might be, so no, get that out of here. That's disgusting. This one comes from Best, which is literally the first part of my name, but his name is Best. He asked me, how long does it take you to render your videos and upload them? Depends on the video. Like, for instance, Resident Evil 7s are like a half an hour long, and they take about a half an hour to render, and then like 2 hours, 30 minutes to upload because my Wi-Fi is slow. And then so that takes around 3 hours to do, 3 hours, 30 minutes. And then for Roblox ones, or like Phantom Forces ones, it'll take like, 10 minutes to render, and then like an hour to upload it. So it could be like, an hour and 30 minutes in total for a Roblox one. So usually what I do is I record a Roblox one when I get home and then just upload it. So, I can just do whatever I want and not have to upload anything that night if I already uploaded a couple Resident Evils. But every night now I've been uploading Resident Evil along with it, so I've been having to do both. And obviously this one's not going to be uploaded immediately because I want to go play Wildlands, because Wildlands beta came out today. So darn. This one comes from Proxy Force. He asks, what is the gun you have used the most in Phantom Forces? I use the LD6 definitely the most. I have over 2,200 some kills with it, I think, or 2,300 some. It's definitely my favorite weapon, like I said. Suppression, fast reload, high damage, pretty far range too. So it's a pretty much all-rounder weapon and that destroys, so I love that gun. Pixelated Games had about 5 questions. The first one is, when and why did you start playing Roblox? I started playing Roblox quite a few years ago. I couldn't tell you the exact date, but it was quite a few years ago. Because my friends wanted me to make an account and play with them on like all the cool servers that were there. So that's what that's literally the reason I did. I made my account and played with them. Yeah, I mean, like, we just played all the fun games that people made at the time. I don't even know if Phantom Force was made at the time. It might have been, but I'm not sure. Second question is, what is your goal for the channel? I'd like to make YouTube a job. I don't ever guarantee that it'll ever happen, but I mean, if I could, that would be absolutely amazing. Like, insanely amazing, to the point at which I would do nothing with YouTube all the time. I'd make 2 videos a day, and then like higher quality ones at that, because I would have more time to edit them down and into more action parts than me just running around all the time, which I don't have the time to do. and then I'd be able to stream all the time. Like, imagine that. Like, it's just me streaming all the time. That would be insane. Like, I know people would love that, and I know quite a few people wouldn't, and quite a few people would join it and whatnot. I think I saw a ladybug coming to the shop, but I know a lot of people would enjoy it and whatnot. So it'd be fun and it'd be good. But yeah, that's my goal for the channel for the future. So, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to do something with computers, like I said, YouTube. But it'll probably end up being something with computers if YouTube doesn't, do its thing for me. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay in the long run because I'll continue playing games no matter what. That's just me. I just love video games. I'd love to, like, when I grow up, do something with computers, like to learn more about computers and computer software and whatnot, because technology is a big part of our world these days, and to know that stuff is very good for a lot of positions of work. So, where did your YouTube IG/IGN come from? I'm assuming IGN means in-game name. Like I said, Best 117 versus my Xbox name. Surprised it wasn't taken, and it's just, I don't know, it just stuck with me over the years, and I think it's awesome. Will you do collabs on your channel anymore? I'd love to do more collabs with David. He said he wants to play some Overwatch with me, and we should both make videos on it. I was like, okay. I mean, like, I don't have the time anytime right now, but like maybe on like one of the weekends or something, I could do that with him. And then like if any YouTuber my size or bigger than me would like to do a collab, that would be awesome too. I'd love to. I enjoy playing with people. I think I'm more entertaining when people are with me than I am alone, but like it depends on the gameplay. Like a multiplayer game, I can be more entertaining when there's another person, but if it's like a single player game, I feel like I can easily be more entertaining when I am alone. So I mean, that's just, I think that's how I am. Zion asks, what PC parts do you have? I'm considering building a PC so I can actually make videos. I have the EVGA GeForce GTX 1080 SC, which is one of the best graphics cards you can buy right now. I have an 1000-watt power supply that's a Platinum Edition, which is an extremely good power supply that you don't even need. You don't need anywhere near 1,000 right now. I just wanted 1,000 watts. And I have an Intel i5 6600, which is a very, very good processor. But Intel i7s are better, and Intels are better than AMD. Like, here's an example. Like, for instance, if you're on Metro and you have an AMD, you're going to be getting, depending on your graphics card, you're going to be getting like 30 and below FPS, while you could be getting 60 and not moving FPS, depending on your graphics card, and if you had like a good Intel processor. And then I also have 32 gigabytes of RAM, and then 2 1 terabyte hard drives. He also put for like as a extended to his question, CS:GO ? If you guys want to see CS:GO, you can let me know. I'll play it. I just used to be okay at it, and now I suck at it. So I mean, if you want to see me suffer, go ahead. Major, which used to be my thumbnail guy and an admin, and he is an admin on my Discord server. He asked, do people you know personally know that you are doing YouTube? If so, what is their reaction? Well, my people like my uncles are like, you little nerd, like you do YouTube, what, you freaking nerd, stupid. And then like for instance, one of my cousins that I used to play with all the time is like, oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. Like, you're kind of like, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of fulfilling what we wanted to do when we were younger. But I mean, like, yeah, I think from what I understand, he thinks it's pretty cool. But I mean, I don't know that for sure. But from what I understand, that's how it is. He also said, congrats on 500 subscribers. Glad to be a part of it. I'm glad you are a part of it, and glad you're all a part of it, because without you guys, I would be nothing, which is what every YouTuber says, but I mean, it's literally the truth. Congrats on 506 subscribers. Thank you, Roberto Ferguson, and thank you for being a part of it. Eva Ramirez asked, will you make another montage? I made one for like 100 or 200, and then I made one for 400, so no, because I already made 2, and this is what the 500 subscriber special is, so I'm not going to make another montage. I will probably in the future, but not anytime soon. Alright, that was all the YouTube questions. Now we're moving on to the Discord, which is all from Nicholas Wandra. So he's got quite a few weird ones, so I'm going to skim through them and do some of the more interesting ones to me, so I'll answer those right now. If there was a purge in real life, what would you do? I mean, I live in a small area, so I would assume not much would happen around here. I'd probably just play video games the whole time. I'd still want a weapon, though. I'd still like probably keep a weapon with me. I probably wouldn't do anything, though. We'd probably be pretty okay, because we know people around us, so I think we'd be good. Do you plan on going to college? I mean, yeah, I'd love to do something with computers, so I mean, that'd definitely be a college would definitely be the place to go to learn more, unless I just look it up on the internet. But I mean, like, like, my parents want me to go to college, so I mean, that's kind of a thing I have to do. If you had $1 billion, what would you do with it? I'd buy a house and I'd buy really good Wi-Fi so I could do YouTube all the time, so I could stream all the time and do 2 videos. And then I'd buy some games. That's pretty much all the extent of the money. What do you think your channel will be at the end of the year? I don't know. I mean, we've done pretty good, so I mean, I think we'll keep our steady pace, which I'm very happy with. And I don't know. We could do great things before the end of the year, but it's all due time because I can't tell the future. Who's your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber is definitely Markiplier. He's a very inspirational person. He makes very good videos, and he's a very funny person, a very, I guess you could say, chaotic person. He's the one who kind of inspired me in the first place to do YouTube, even before I met, like, way before I met David, because I've been watching Mark ever since I was like in, oh god, I don't know what grade I was in. I was young though. I was really young. I've been watching Markiplier for years. Years and years and years. If I could ever meet him, that would be like a dream come true. There's a goal right there. Meet Markiplier. Just put it on a bucket list. That'd be one of my goals, but I don't know if it'll ever happen, but that'd be absolutely amazing if I ever met him. What is the worst way to die in your opinion? Either burning to death, getting tortured to death, drowning, or falling off a building, because all of those you're pretty much watching yourself die, and I hate that idea of watching yourself die. That's just, I don't like that. Favorite genre of movies? Probably comedy, because movies like Deadpool's my favorite movie right now. I can't wait for the second one to come out, but oh man, I loved Deadpool. Deadpool was so funny, and it had really good action moments. I just can't wait for the second one. Favorite genre of music? I don't really have a favorite genre. I really like all music besides like some country, but I really enjoy pretty much every type of music. I'm pretty open with music. Where would you like to travel? It could be anywhere, even space. If you guys haven't heard in the news, there was like 7 planets found, and 3 of them being inhabitable, or habitable I should say, by humans. So I thought that, like, space, man, space is so cool. Like, just like, even if you go outside and look up at the stars, that's so cool. Just imagine being out there in 0 gravity, looking around at all the cool stuff that's just literally surrounding you, and how small you are compared to everything. It's absolutely insane to think about. I just think space is amazing. Favorite game of all time? I don't really have a favorite game, I would say. I mean, like, it's just like, I enjoy Halo, Battlefield, and Rainbow Six Siege's multiplayer, and I really enjoy Mass Effect story, and I really enjoy Halo's story. It's like, I don't have a favorite game, but I have favorite parts for games. If there was an alien invasion, where would you go to hide besides somewhere in your house? I'd go somewhere where there is weapons, because I'd like to have a fighting chance. Alright, that's the end of our questions. Thank you guys so much for the questions. There's like 20 some questions on YouTube, and I don't even know how many Nicholas gave me. He gave me a lot though. He gave me a lot. So I thank you all so much for that. Thank you guys so much for helping reach 500. It's been interesting. It's been very, very interesting, and I'm glad we made it this far, but I couldn't have done it without you guys, which is a cliche thing, but it's literally true. Not even a joke. It's literally true. So thank you so much for watching. You guys can leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Leave a comment on whether you'd like me to do another Q&A in the future, in which if you guys want to leave me questions, you can do that. And if there's not enough questions to make another Q&A, then I'll just, just answer them like I usually do. Thank you guys so much again for everything, literally. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. So bye guys. Bye. Bye.